1991. And I started off with them.
Who that?
This guy right here, you don't know who he is?
Who that?
Thank God y'all don't know who he is.
Who that? Who that? Who that?
We ran this country about 30
Right,
years.
now it's going to get deep. Now it's going to get real deep.
Who that?
George, Ronald Reagan,
Yeah.
George W.H. Bush, or H.W.
It was cousins,
H.W.,
right?
excuse me, Herbert Walker.
And it was cousins, right?
Huh?
Yes.
Say what now?
It was cousins, right? It was,
It probably was.
that's what they said.
You know Barack is Dick Cheney's. All presidents are blood related. But that's another story for another time. We'll get into that.
Skull and bone.
We'll get into that. Oliver North. You know who Oliver North is?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They all led the country.
Well, this was the president from 1980 to 88. He was president from 88 to 92. He was a colonel who served in the U.S. military under him as president. All right, so I need y'all to pay attention because it's getting real serious. 1978-79, we were having a lot of problems in Iran. All right? And there were American hostages that were taken, 1979, I think it was. It was toward the end of Jimmy Carter's term as president. What's up, bro? All right. So, around the same time, there was a, in South America, in Nicaragua, you had two different organizations fighting each other in Nicaragua. They were having a civil war, right? You had the Sandinistas and the Contras. One side was pro-capitalist or pro-American. The other side, I'm not going to say was pro-Russian. I'm just going to say that the political system that they were looking to implement in Nicaragua was leaning more towards communism and socialism. They had a vote. The people in Nicaragua voted for the government that was not real friendly with America. But that's their country, right? They should have the people they want to lead them, right? We shouldn't have no say-so about who they get to lead their own country, right? But we didn't like that. We wasn't feeling that. Well, it's not that we didn't like it. The United States of America didn't like it. We didn't matter. We don't matter. Our parents didn't have no say-so. It wasn't about what we wanted. It's about what they wanted. And the people, they have their obligations too. It's about what they wanted, not all what we wanted. So I just wanted to be clear about that. So they started sending guns to the, I believe, the Sandinistas were on our side or the Contras? It was the Sandinistas. Right. So we started sending guns to the Sandinistas. Well, legally, we can't do that. If ever we get involved in a war or we go into another country to do anything, the Congress, which represents us, has to vote on it. They never voted on that. So Ronald Reagan, George Bush, and these folks were actually working against the law. And they got found out. So that whole program got shut down. They stopped funding the Sandinistas. So they had to come up with another strategy, right? So they said, wait a minute. We, or the United States of America, can't send them guns, but maybe the Iranians can. Well, what's in South America? How can they raise the money to pay for these guns? Well, there's a lot of cocaine in Nicaragua. So how about we open up U.S. markets to their cocaine? They can raise money to buy weapons. And then we'll hook them up with the Iranians to buy Iranian weapons. There's a lot of things wrong with that whole scenario. Aren't we, isn't Iran like our enemy?
Mm-hmm.
So how are we negotiating arms deals between Iran and Nicaragua? And then they set up, well, it's a long story, but these dudes, through him, set up these South Americans in California. These South Americans got cool with this drug dealer. And this drug dealer, because all right, during the 70s, we wasn't dealing, like black folks didn't use cocaine. Cocaine cost a lot of money that we didn't have. So cocaine wasn't really a big thing for us, right? Our thing at the time was heroin, right? So black folks wasn't really buying cocaine. Well, how you gonna get the cocaine sales up? Well, what they did is they found out a way that you can make cocaine a lot more affordable for urban black communities to purchase. And that's called crack. So they hooked this dude up, Freeway Ricky Ross, with the South Americans so he could sell crack cocaine to black folks. So they could raise money to sell. You see how convoluted and evil that is? See how evil that is? You see how participating in the cocaine trade, you're really an enemy to your people? Because remember, the FBI said, by any means necessary, we have to stop the rise of a black messiah. So think about that when you think about, you know, like Jay-Z's and Rick Ross's and all these folks. When you think about them and their rhymes and what they rhyming about, who's really benefiting from it in the long run?
He said something about that though.
So, you know, and I think, you know, just in terms of hip hop and where we at with it, it's important to Ronald Reagan, George Bush, and Oliver North are very influential into where rap music is right now. Why we rap about the things we rap about is because of those three white men. All right, so early 80s, you know, we already saw Curtis Blow with the breaks, but then you get Kumo D, get Run DMC, get LL Cool J. That bring it out?
Yeah. Nah, I have to leave at 5.
You gotta give me the heads up so I can, you know what I mean? Just walk out on me, give me the heads up. Yo, I leave at 5. So I could.
I gotta leave at 6. That's not a basketball game.
Yo, I appreciate y'all, man. I see y'all next week.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good.